What is going on, Multiversers? Welcome back to the channel. We got a lot of information to go over in today's video. Topics such as Multiversus has announced their newest batch of ambassadors. We also got some updated information about things that will be coming to the game or things that are being re-added to the game. Yeah, good stuff coming. And then we're also going to be going over some data mined information that we have not yet gone over on this channel. But if you want to avoid that, I will make sure to put up spoilers beforehand so you are not spoiled. Let's discuss. So I'm going to start with the Multiversus Ambassador Program. They announced this over on the official Multiversus website yesterday. I went there, started scrolling through the names, maybe hoping to see one specific name on there. I didn't get picked for a second time. That's fine though. I didn't expect to be picked anyway. So, you know, it's all good. It's all good. But there are some really good names on here. So some fantastic picks. If you weren't around for the first time Multiversus did their ambassador program, it wasn't the greatest because like all the ambassadors that were picked practically left the community in like a month. So hopefully these ambassadors actually stick around. We got names such as Nosy Boy. I'm sure a lot of people recognize him. He does a lot of fantastic videos for Multiversus and on Multiversus related content. So good stuff. Great pick here. We also got Different Nerd, another name in the community. A lot of people probably have heard. But yes, this was another big congratulations to Nerd for getting this one. And then we also got Mike Tavish, who does I believe it's the Multiversus Report. I think so. But it's pretty similar to something I used to do called the Multiversus News Roundup. So kind of, you know, talks about the game, covers all the news and all that sort of stuff. So some good picks here. There's others, ambassadors that have been picked. I wasn't one of them, but it's all good. But it looks like they have a better core group of people picked this time. So hopefully the ambassador program works out better the second time around. So now let's get to the update about some things that are coming to the game or being re-added to the game. So let's start with the post-game stat display. So many people have been asking for this. We talked about it in the video that I made yesterday because it's been a big concern in the community. Well, Tony has finally answered a fan on Twitter. I don't mean like finally, like we've been waiting forever, but like Tony did answer it, and he does say, yes, this is coming in a future patch. So yes, people, we are getting our game stats displayed at the end of a match. Something we wanted, something that's probably easy for the devs to implement because, well, Tony said it's coming in a future patch. Leaderboards and ranked mode are coming to the game very soon. So person over on Twitter, well, many people have, but this individual on Twitter said, will we get leaderboards coming back? Tony once again happily replies, PvP events with leaderboards and ranked are coming in a future patch. I know there's some people that were bummed out that ranked wasn't in day one. This was technically supposed to be the full release of the game, so I guess I can understand why people think ranked should be a part of that, but I mean, it's coming to the game hopefully in the next patch or two, but it's on its way, which is good. But the wording from Tony in the beginning, he says PvP events with leaderboards. I'm a little confused. Does he just mean PvP's getting their own leaderboards or PvP events? Like, technically the Agent Smith is an event. Is that like that's not going to get a leaderboard. That'd be kind of weird. So I wonder if Tony just meant PvP will be getting leaderboards and then ranked will also be there as well, but I don't know. Either way, we are getting leaderboards and we're getting ranked soon. Now let's move on to PVE Rift modes. Tony does give us a little bit of information regarding the Agent Smith event, where he tells us that there will actually be more than 5 rifts this season. More details will be coming, but the rifts, as we know, each individual rift has 5 individual difficulty levels. So when he says there will be more than 5 rifts, we have to be getting a minimum of 6. So 5 difficulties times 6 total rifts, that equals 30 chances. And if I'm not mistaken, there's only 25 tiers on the Agent Smith event, right? Or does it go up to 30? I think it's 25. I don't have it in front of me, but I believe it goes to 25. And the Agent Smith himself, the character, is only tier 20 on that. So we'll have more opportunities overall to get the Agent Smith and all the rewards. Now for the Twitch drops. Anybody still having an issue with this? Well, hopefully you shouldn't, because Multiversus themselves gave us a little update and they told us that Twitch drops should be available in-game the next time you log in. Now, I guess I was one of the lucky ones. I was able to get my Twitch drops like day one. Like I was able to watch on stream for the first, hour and 30 minutes. So I got all 3 of my rewards. And within like 2 or 3 hours, I had those items in my inventory in game. So I was one of the lucky ones, but for those of you that still might have had some difficulties or issues with this, it should be resolved now. So next time you log into the game, if you haven't checked already, go make sure you got your Twitch drop rewards, because they should be there. Now we're going to be talking about the data mine, so I will give a few seconds for anybody that's trying to avoid data mine and spoiling any information. So you're getting a few seconds here to gather yourself and click off of the video. If you are leaving, thanks for coming. See you on the next one. But we are entering the spoilers in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So up first, let's talk about Samurai Jack. He was a character that was data mined in the game, but now we have a tiny bit more information about some other things revolving around him, such as his perk code names, multi-slash, counter, and meditate on death. Now these are code names, but we can try to guess what they might be. Multi-slash has to do with something with his sword and slashing multiple times, so maybe it just increases the power of sword slashes possibly. Counter, maybe he has a counter move and he's able to, stay in the counter a little bit longer for the duration, so that way if the opponent does hit him, I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud, maybe I'm completely wrong. Or then we got the meditate on death, so maybe he gets powered up after he dies or something like that. I don't know, maybe whatever it is, we do know at least the perk code names for Samurai Jack, as well as one of Jack's taunts that will be coming into the game, and apparently it's called the Samurai Shuffle. Now if I'm guessing, and I totally am here, I hope it's this from the Rave episode. The Samurai, I would, if this is it, okay, so first of all, Samurai Jack's one of my most wanted characters. If this is the Samurai Shuffle, I will be busting this thing out every single match, whether I win or lose. Just Samurai Shuffle parties all over the place. I need this right now. I'm gonna buy it day one. Buy it immediately. Now, something else that's kind of tied to Samurai Jack possibly would be, Lysol tells us there's cosmetics that will likely release in the future and or with Samurai Jack when he comes out, but there's some profile icons on there. The one I really like, extra thick. Anybody remember that meme? Yeah. Aku, yeah, let's go. If the devs actually add that to the game, that's gonna be nuts. I can't wait for that. But then there's gonna be a ring out called Aku Fire, so that's pretty cool as well. Then there's a couple banners as well, but a lot of Samurai Jack themed cosmetics will be coming into the game roughly around the same time Jack releases. Next up is a character we haven't talked about yet. Marceline is confirmed to be a fighter being worked on in Multiversus. Okay. Lightly after voice lines involving references to her were found, her name was located in the data file named character list. So this just confirms Marceline from Adventure Time is going to be a character at some point. I don't know if they hold off until Halloween season because vampire spookiness. I'm just speculating out loud here, but maybe they hold off until then. Because again, it says that she's being worked on. Not that she's done and ready, but that she's being worked on. So maybe she's still a little ways off. Again, Halloween might make sense, but we'll have to wait and see. And along the same lines of Samurai Jack, there will be some cosmetics that will be kind of related to Marceline. So we get some profile icons, as you can see on there. There's one called Fantastic, BFF. There's even going to be a ring out, Marceline Bat. So that's going to be pretty cool. I like that there's all these sort of like themes for a character, and then there's a lot of related cosmetics, banners, icons, ring outs, and that sort of stuff that relates to a lot of these characters. So it's pretty cool. Maybe that's how they intend to do future characters. When a new character releases, they're just going to unload a whole bunch of new cosmetics related to said character, which I hope they do, because that sounds like a really fun thing to do. Now let's move over to another character that was data mined, Aquaman, because we do know a code-named perk for him, which is called Tentacle. Now again, just guessing, speculating, something with Tentacle. Will Aquaman have some sort of move where he uses an octopus or like a squid, and then like the tentacle maybe can reach farther? I don't know, that's my first guess. Maybe it's not the best guess, but it is a guess nonetheless. But it's codenamed Tentacle, so we'll have to wait and see what that happens to be. And then some future cosmetics that will be related to Aquaman. We got some profile icons and a couple ring outs, but we can see Atlantean Fishery, Scales of Atlantis, Waves of the Deep for a few of the icons. Couple ring outs. One's just called Aquaman, and then there's Aquaman Octopus. Okay. Oh, I see that. But yeah, so that's kind of cool. Again, like Marcelina Samurai Jack, release the character, and then a whole bunch of cosmetics related to the character. Fantastic. That is going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I guess I will see you when I'm looking at you.